Well, hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I think we'll get started now. I'm just going to real quick go over some ways to customize your website on kvCORE. The website tool is an amazing free lead generation tool, and it's if you get it um, as close to how you'd like it to look as possible. It's a really cool way for you to promote yourself and market yourself, and a really good way to kind of act as the front door to your professional appearance. So before I really dive in, I'll just say, if you have any questions about anything that we're going to go over today, you can drop it in the chat feature, the Q&A, and I'll, as I go along, I'll monitor those questions, and then I'll address them as I see them. And then if you have any other further questions and you want to a more in-depth one-on-one training, I'd be happy to set that up with you as well. So let's just dive right in. So where you're going to find places to customize your website is going to be in the Web and IDX option here on the far left. So click on that and it'll bring up this screen right here, which it'll show your website manager. It'll have your name and an edit settings button with your link here. I'm just going to open my link here, and this is going to be where we'll start. So this is your website. Pretty much mine is mostly untouched. I've of course uploaded my photo that pulls directly from my profile. So once your profile is all set up, it'll pull that information in anyway. It's got my phone number, my email address. That is also profile information. I've added a couple widgets, and I'll show you how to do those in today's webinar. Also testimonials, listing carousels, and an about me and about Metro Roberts section, and then a blog if you choose to utilize the blog. So this is like, again, on everything that we go over today, you can accomplish, or everything that you see here on my site, we will go over today, and you can accomplish them as well. And it's a pretty strong tool. It's not too complicated. kvCORE says that they make it purposely very simple to accomplish all this, because they don't want you to feel like you need to be a web developer in order to have a website that you are proud of. This is mostly a day one rollout site, and it just right off the bat is used. It is a very professional one that I wouldn't mind showing all of my clients. So this is a site that I'm pretty proud of, and again, I would love to unveil this professionally. So that's a cool thing about the kvCORE websites, is that right off the bat you have a active website. You don't need to activate it or anything like that, and it's one that you can show to clients. Anyway, so you see up here, it's got my URL at the top. Everyone has their own URL. That's kind of how everything within kvCORE is tracked. You are able to purchase forwarding addresses through GoDaddy.com. If you want something simpler, like let's say I wanted something like RyanSellsWNY.com, I could link those two, and then if someone were to search that, it would bring them right to my website here. It wouldn't change this. It would just simply forward it on. So anyway, this is your website. You can use it as any clients can use this as a home finder. They can search. The entire MLS is pulled through on your site, so any of these homes someone can view. Like, they can look at any of these houses right on your site. And the way that it works is if someone's clicking around a little bit, it won't do it because I'm signed in. Well, there it is. So they're going to be asked to log in. So you want to keep directing people to your site so that they look at homes and they eventually must log in, and they go in as a new lead on your website or into your CRM. So the more activity on your website, the more leads you're going to grab, the more conversion you'll have. It's all kind of tied in. So you want to continue to drive people to your website. If you have a listing or you want to promote a listing, do it through kvCORE. That's all kind of done under your website umbrella. So let's just quickly go through ways to put some of this content on your page. So you see that I've got all the new listings on here, a home evaluation button, a recruiting button for Metro Roberts, and then a blog post option here. So in order to do those are called widgets. So you go over here to the widgets button, back into your kvCORE platform. I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth a lot here. We're back in our kvCORE platform in Web and IDX, and then widgets. And then here, you'll see all of the options you have for widgets. If you have a team site, you can put one to meet the team. You can have a default property type, multifamily homes, land like a property type widget. Information on financing, you can do a widget this way. All these different kinds of all these different widgets, and you can the way you access them and add them to your site is you just click this blue add to my widgets. You can have a featured home right on the front of your site. Now the way that you manage these widgets, so you got them on here. Let's say you want to change the photo, or you want to change the text associated with this. Or you want to, if you have a financing widget, you want to change the link of what this button links to. You're going to go back to your website manager. And then you'll click go to site editor. And it brings up your website. And then it's got all these edit tools. So it allows you, you can change the text here. You can change the link. You can adjust all this. It's very touchy. It's kind of glitchy in a way. You can insert an image. All this. The site editor is mostly for managing these widgets. You can't really change a whole lot about the site template. It's a little limiting, but for the site editor, you're gonna do all that, just kind of managing these widgets. You can change the style. And then when you're done, you can just save it here. So there's really not a whole lot you can do within the site editor, but that's like if you want to do a financing widget and you want it to go to a particular lender or lending information, this is where you'll change that link. So that the site editor allows you to do that, and that is accessed in your Web and IDX button here in your kvCORE platform. Other bits of content on your site. Testimonials. So in order to get your testimonials automatically put onto your site, you go into site content. That's right here next to the website manager. It's right here, the second tab in your kvCORE platform. What you could do is and testimonials is the first thing that shows up. What you can do is you can add a testimonial manually. And all you do is add the name and then the text of the actual testimonial, so you can copy and paste it from anywhere. You can have like one of your clients email them to you, however you get your testimonials. You can have a client email them to you. You can have them submit it somewhere else. You can just copy and paste simply here. Or what you could do is you can connect your Zillow reviews. And the way you do that is you you just put in your email and your Zillow screen name, and they will automatically sync. So if you can encourage your contacts to leave you Zillow reviews, or your clients to leave you Zillow reviews, and then they will automatically go into your onto your kvCORE website, and they're viewed right from the right on the front page of your site here. You can see Bill Smith said, "I'm awesome. Thank you, Bill. That's very nice." That's just a test. And then they kind of scroll this way. Bob says, "I'm the best." Bill says, "I'm awesome." You know, everyone loves testimonials. You can also leave ratings too. So as you see here, yeah, so you can give ratings. Of course, you want them to be 5 stars, and you can take out the like, let's say there's a typo, you want to edit it. You can always edit the testimonials, or you can just delete them or remove them if you need to. So testimonials, that's a great place to really get the most out of your site and promote yourself using the words of your past clients. Let's see. So these listing carousels too, another great way to grab leads, especially buyer leads. The way you edit those is you go back into your website manager. And you click on the edit settings button right next to your name. And in here, you'll see this is where you can manage the photos that are revolving around your site. Like you see, you see the photos that are cycling through behind my name here. Those are all managed here. And you can, if you don't want a particular photo, you can hit the check mark, or you can upload your own here. They say the image should be 1600 by 650 pixels in order to get the best results. That is very important. Anyway, listing carousels. There's a ton of options here that mostly are relatively advanced. So if you're looking to just for the most basic usages of this website, just kind of browse these, like here, website title. You see how it says right here on the tab, search for your perfect home here. You can change it to something else. You might say like, all your dreams come true when you buy with Ryan, something like that. If you want to change that, or if you're happy with what it says here, you just leave it. Let's see, in order to access, if you want an easier way to find this, you can just click over here on the side. It'll jump right to the listing carousels. So listing carousels, these are these areas of homes. They call it a carousel because it's revolving like a carousel. It just kind of scrolls through all of the homes that fall under this category. So you can manage these too. You can say, I want all the open houses to show, or I want all of my listings. If you have several listings, multiple listings, you can have your listings be right on the front page of your site. That's very valuable if you do have quite a few listings. That's valuable. But or if you're just an agent that's just getting started, you don't have any listings, you can just have a site kind of like mine that's got the just listed and maybe just reduced too. Also open houses, any of them, and then they all show on your website. And then you just have to click this blue save button. Okay. So those are the listing carousels. Now the last thing I'll go over today, because there's a lot to go over with this. There's a lot you can do with your site, and I'll probably have to split this up into a couple different webinars. But today we're just kind of going over some of the more basic tools with getting your website set up and dialed in. If you go back into Web and IDX, you click on the blog. It's the third tab right in the middle. you would click the green add post here, and then you give it a title, a unique title, and then you put in all the information here. You can also add a chart, you can add photos, you can add links. Now the blog, you can use this for many different things. You can use this as the blog is extremely powerful and very, very underutilized. The blog is, you can use it for many different things. You can use it to, number one, tell stories. Use it as educational stories about clients you've worked with that you want to advise future clients to do something maybe different. You can use it as a way to share funny, interesting stories about things you've come across in the real estate business. You can use it as just strictly informational. Like a great example would be to put on your blog new guidelines for your clients during this weird time with us dealing with the coronavirus, things like that. And then you would want to share those blog posts on your Facebook and send them out to your clients and everything like that. That what you're doing there is you're taking that content and you're directing people to your website. So you want them to read the content, and then they're already on your website. Maybe they start looking for a home on your site. A great example of this is when the Buffalo Bills share an article about one of their players, a feature article or a game story. You read that article and you enjoy the article, but what 90% of people will do is they'll start clicking around the site. They're already on the website reading that article. They'll start looking at the stats. They'll look at the schedule. They'll look at ticket prices, promotions, things like that. What you want to do here is you want to create your blog post, and then you want to share the link to that blog post on your Facebook so that people they read what you just wrote, and you're marketing yourself, you're marketing your expertise, you're marketing you as a person in the content of that post. But then you want them to start clicking around your website. You want them to start looking for a home. And then eventually, of course, as we know, they get captured as a lead, and then that's you getting the full use out of your website. So the blog, extremely, extremely powerful, extremely useful, and it just drives traffic to your website, which is the most important thing that you can do. It's the reason that we have these websites, is to get our name out there even more. So definitely utilize the blog. So the way that once you have your blog post done, you have the content in there, you have the title, you can set where you want it to be published. So right now, and you can also save it as a draft too. So if you want to continue to work on it, you don't want it to go live yet, you can just save it as a draft, and then you can continue to work on it before you go to publish it. And then when you publish it, then eventually it'll show on your website. It'll show down here. You'll want to go to that blog post, and you'll want to just take the link of this blog post. You'll want to copy it, and then you'll want to share it on Facebook. Now, when you do that, they'll see, it's got your photo, it's got the content of your post, it's got other blog posts, but you see over here on the side, it's the home finder, the property search is accessible here. So while someone is reading your post, or after they're done reading your post, they can start looking for homes directly on that same page. So definitely try using the blog. I know that it's difficult to think of content and everything like that, but use it as an informational tool at the very least. You have such a valuable knowledge, whether you're a brand new agent or if you're a 30-year veteran agent. You have such a valuable fountain of knowledge that the average home buyer doesn't have anything even close to that. So you have so many tips that you can share with people that don't know anything about the process of home buying or home selling. And you can use the blog to really promote that. And then I bet there's an insane amount of an insane conversion rate. If someone were to read a post from you that was informational and helped them get the process started, they'll eventually use you as their realtor because you're the one who kind of triggered that who sparked that knowledge and that got the process rolling. So they read it on your blog. They're going to call you when they want to do some real estate. So that's all I'm going to go over today. I hope that was a decent informational tidbit there. If you have any questions about anything we went over today, please let me know. I know we didn't go over everything with the website manager, but it is a lot, and it'll probably be a second part of what we go over at a different webinar. But it's a lot of information at once. I don't want to overwhelm or bombard anyone. So we will continue on this at a later day, but take what we learned today and start getting your website customized to how you like it. And then make it something that you're really proud of and that something that you are willing to share with your clients and with all future clients as well. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that you tune in again tomorrow. And I'm really enjoying doing these. I know this is a crazy time for everyone, but we're making the most of it. So thank you again for tuning in. And if you, as always, if you need to, give me a call, send me an email, and we can set up a time to go over any of the stuff. Thank you.